Hello there everybody, Oymon here, and welcome back to Starfield. So when we last left off, we were running around still trying to sort out the Terrormorph problem. And rather unfortunately, that has led us here, the very snowy looking world of Londinium. Well, not the world. The world is called, what's the name of the planet? Toliman 2, yes. But Londinium, rather unfortunately, is the name of the city that was completely and totally and utterly wiped out by Terrormorphs. I'll be honest, me wandering off the beaten track is probably not a good idea, but I want to have a look-see around. Just a little bit. There seems to be quite a bit of stuff around. Apparently there's flying critters too. Structure over there. Yeah, so the reason why I'm a little hesitant to be wandering around, even though I'm kind of doing that anyway, this may be the home planet of the Terrormorphs. Maybe? It was sort of implied that that might be the case. Uh-oh. Yep, and I gotta watch out, there are mines. Because they're trying to keep this area safe. For obvious reasons. Hey, there we go. That's all the resources, at least, although there is plenty of flora and fauna that I still need to find a lot of. So yes, Londinium was of course the place that got destroyed by Terrormorphs back in the day. And so that's where we are, because, well, I don't specifically know if we're going to be, like, capturing one, or if we're going after the Queen Terrormorph, or what. Oh, apparently I just got frostbite. Alright.
You with the Xeno unit? You're heading to command, far end of the compound. Command post is at the far end of the compound inside the old Terror group.
I hear guns going off, that can't be a good sign. Oh. No, we're fine. Once I know there's some free shit. Especially free ammo. Ammo is always a nice to have. Right. Ah, now that's the thing we're trying to bring back to life. Because apparently we've got, like, a choice on what the ultimate goal of our operations is going to be. Whether it's going to be bringing back the Terrormorph's greatest adversary, or engineering a virus. Honestly, I'd prefer to bring back a critter, thanks. I think that's at least easier to deal with.
Can't chat right now.
Fine, don't need to talk.
Okay. Hello.
I am so happy you've got plenty of weapons here. That makes me extremely happy. I don't really think there's much point in having a cryo mine on an ice planet. That seems a little pointless. Or maybe that's just me. Also, apparently I picked up frostbite. Hang on. Taking health damage expense 02. Alright, what do I need in order to clear that? I might not even have it. Nope, I don't have it. That's not good, because I dropped off all my shit before I came here, didn't I? I didn't think I'd be needing it. Leave me alone. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Ah. Definitely take every single scrap of ammo I can. Woo. Okay. Okay, so you and you can do that. Then what we got on the internal ones? Good, then we did you, and you, and we did you, and you. Sweet. Ooh, hello. Rivet. Might be worth taking, actually. Even if I don't use it, could be good to sell. Theoretically, at least. Alright. Let's see. Oh, hi.
I pride myself on knowing everyone on this world, and I don't know you. You're with the collection team then, I presume. Either that, or you're one deeply unlucky trespasser.
Yep.
Vanguard, eh? Brief said you were an eclectic group. You must have really shined out on the fringe to get assigned a task like this. Ah, then this must be the rest of your outfit.
Commander Hatum.
No need for introductions, Major Simon. Dr. Walker, your reputations precede you, as does the urgency of your mission, so I'll get to it. Now, Londinium is one of the most dangerous places in the Milky Way. It's with good reason my soldiers and I do everything we can to avoid entering the city. Terrormorphs are omnipresent, and the structural damage left behind when Major Sinon's father bombed its spaceport has turned large swathes of the metropolis into a decaying labyrinth. As such, we'll be providing you all with gear, information, and uploading municipal unlock codes to your robot. Every tool you could need to succeed out there, except one. Once you're on the other side of those barriers, you will be on your own. If you get into trouble, my people will not be coming. Do we understand each other?
You wouldn't even send a rescue? Yeah, can you tell us what we're going to face out there?
Terrormorphs, and plenty of them. Outside our little sanctuary here, much of the planet is theirs. For that reason, we keep our trips into the city to a minimum. That also means our intel becomes largely historical once you go much beyond the defenses. It's also why I want to make sure I'm being crystal clear. Out there, you're on your own.
Wouldn't even send a rescue party?
We are unwanted guests on this planet, and, as a rule, I don't put my people in any more risk than is absolutely necessary. We've got it hard enough out here. So, no, there will be no cavalry sweeping into the rescue.
So the Victus bombed this place. Why'd he do that?
The initial Terrormorph outbreak that overran Londinium during the tail end of the colony war came as a complete shock. Waves of the creatures appeared out of nowhere, and the city was quickly overwhelmed. There were some attempts at evacuation, but Ve Victus decided more definitive action was merited. He ordered the spaceport to be bombed, ensuring no other ships could leave the city, halting the spread of the outbreak but leaving large sections in ruins and condemning countless lives. And the intervening 20 years have only made Londinian more hostile, not less. So my people will not be coming for you out there. Understood?
Understood.
Precisely. I'll leave you to your preparations then. You can find your equipment in our armory, base of the tower just outside. And I do believe there's someone waiting for you there, Captain. Now, once you're outside the base, it's my personal suggestion you make a beeline to the nearby Aceles plant. It contains one of our field caches, though I can't guarantee it won't contain anything else. I hope you all find what you're looking for out there. Robot, you're coming with me.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Commander. Percival, you all set to hook into their comms tower?
Should only take a few minutes. Let's get this done and get the hell out of here.
Percival will be scanning the city for our samples from here. When he finds one, he'll transmit the coordinates to us out in the field.
Okay. You can pinpoint the location of these samples all the way from here?
Pinpoint's a bit strong.
The equipment will be able to get us a rough location of any acceptable samples in the scan area. It'll be up to you, Kaiser, and I to find the things.
Okay. Yeah, let's get this over fast.
No argument here. Head over to the armory and gear up. Once you're done, we'll meet by the entrance to the city.
Okay, well I've already had a mooch around the armory, but I guess I can have a proper look now I've been officially introduced to the idea. Still looking for something that will clear my frostbite. You'd think on a frozen planet they'd have plenty of that. Did that say prognosis improved, or?
Yes, one.
Ooh, okay. We're apparently supposed to take all of this. Neat. Is any of it actually any good? Oop. So we got the auto rivet, which is powerful, but I really don't have a lot of ammo for it. And the other one we just got is modified calibrated Equinox. I mean, didn't I pick up? Hang on, what was I using that was? That's right, it was the amped up Orion I was using, which is 21. I mean, it's nice, but it's not like, ooh, I really, really, really need this, so whatever. Okay, so energy, airborne, radiation. No thermal protection. That's weird. I mean, we're on a frozen planet. Why would you give me armor that doesn't have thermal protection? It's also got less physical protection than the one I'm currently using. Yeah, that's about right. What is that thing like in Skyrim? Like you go up to the leader of a faction and they say, "Here's your brand new armor. It's probably better than the shit you're currently using," and you're there in like full fucking Daedric armor and something like that. It's very much that kind of thing, isn't it? Okay. So we got you, which I do not like the look of that. Like this one's kind of like, nah, it's okay, but oof, no thanks. I mean, technically it's better. It's also heavier. I mean, technically it's got better stats, but I don't like how it looks. It's awful. I've already got packed too. So sturdy, fasten. Ooh, fastened. See, plus 20 carry capacity. That I. Oh. Oh fuck. See, I like that one because it gave me more O2 and I was running around all over the place. But this one, I'm like, Yeah, okay, we'll switch to that one at least. I don't like how it physically looks, but then I don't think I've liked the look of any particular pack anyway. So there we go, there's my new shit. I decided I liked one of them. Alright, who the hell are you? And why are you here?
You match our description. The Vanguard captain? The cabinet wanted you to have something. Make sure you had the best tools for the task at hand. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Ooh, what'd I get? An X989 micro gun. What the fuck? Oh, it's a minigun. Cool. I mean, I don't know if I'll use it, but fucking cool. Okay, that's a nice to have at least, I guess. Neat.
Heard you're going out there willingly. Damn.
Yes, I am just that badass. Also, apparently my frostbite's gone away, so that's nice. Presumably because I've been spending enough time inside. Isn't the thing with frostbite that you're supposed to, like, go into, like, cold water and then slowly add warmer water to, like, raise the temperature or something? I don't know. It's not something I'm exactly an expert at. Alright. Plenty of junk, but nothing in particular. Well, if we're going to do this, let's at least make a save in case something goes spectacularly wrong.
All set on your gear? Are you ready to do this?
Are you nervous?
Yeah, just pre-mission jitters. You hear about a place for so long, it maybe gets bigger in your head than it should be. But you don't need to worry about me. I'll be all right. Now, are we doing this or not?
Alright, I'm ready.
Then let's get this show on the road. Kaiser? Percival, everything green on your ends?
I am ready.
Personal comm should be routed through Kaiser now. You copy that?
Roger, loud and clear.
Perhaps too loud.
Oh, you're a riot robot.
Kaiser, kick it off.
Unlock code transmitted. You may open the gate when ready.
All right. On our way into the city. Percival, where are we heading?
Running the first sweep. Got one. A Sealy's. Not far. Old shipping yard just past the processing plant. Gene samples are probably in one of the containers.
That creature. It's dominated. Must be a morph nearby, keeping it under its sway. Let's put it down. More of them. Clean them up. We'll put this to good use.
You did say more of them, right? Where? Right about there.
Be advised. Possible threat detected. Kill protocols active.
Whoa! Where did you come from?
Engaging.
like this gun.
No sign of the morph, though.
Your shipping yard's just beyond the processing plant. Cache with some goodies is towards the rear of the facility.
We call...
Here's another one. Okay, so you and you. What about the middle? What have we got? We got 3, dot, dot, and dot. I think you and you, probably. Anyway, we get the middle ones done. And then the internals.
Enough for you to dial in the location of those samples from here?
Yes, they're faint, but I'm detecting multiple valid signatures.
Holy
I
crap.
have restored power to the containers.
Jackpot. Get down there and collect as many as you can.
Holy crap, that was like 4 digipicks in one spot. That was great. Also, it's really fucking dark in here. So I was not even remotely paying attention to your conversation then. I was looting. What happened? Can you not block my light, please, robot? Thank you. Wow, 9 digipicks. Bloody hell. Right. I do feel like the difficulty of some of these locks is not worth what is inside them, but you've no way of knowing that until you've already popped it. Oh goody, I've got frostbite again. I'm so happy. Apparently I've just got all the cold shit. Nope, no, never mind, dead end. Okay, so it looks like the way forward is this way. Did I get anything to help me deal with this cold stuff? I've been picking up a whole bunch of stuff and I'm like... Injector, that's one thing. Well, hypothermia has gotten rid of at least, for now. Probably should have waited until after I was done here, but whatever. Oh, and now the sun's up. Which is unfortunately going to make my stealth much, much harder. Nope. Looked like a door, wasn't. Won't say no to credits. I paid off my mortgage, so I don't specifically need them anymore, but... Okay, I do not like the way this is all scattershot around here. Is that a thing? That looks like an invisible thing. It's a cloaked Terrormorph. Do I actually want to engage this? I mean, it might be fun. Let's get a bit of space, I think. Okay, hang on. What? Let me try that, I mean, I got it, right? This could be fun. Where is it?
Why did you leave us?
Oh! Was my health that low? Did not realize my health was that low. I got blasted. I keep forgetting this thing has got like a spit attack. Okay, hang on. I mean, we can use this at least to get a stealth shot on that. Alright, that's good. I think that is such a weird, like, ability that they can just, you know, have random things show up in your audio. That's so odd. Where is it? Fuck, I lost it. Where is it? Oh, really? Where's it gone?
It's not working. It's never going to work.
Where is it? Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Reload your damn gun. That'll do it. I will say, you get a good chunk of experience points for killing one of them. No arguments from me. You're right down there. Well, that was fun.
We should collect all the resources we can from this thing.
Yeah, okay. Couldn't remember which one was the stealth one. I don't know if there's going to be more than one of them around here. Is that albino? What the hell does that mean? Much lower level than the last one. I thought it was coming down the stairs. It didn't come down the stairs. Now it did. Oh, and it decided it's coming right from me. That's nice. Yeah, by all means, go for the robot, please. Just testing things out, seeing what's good. Where's my shotgun? Here we go. Where is it? I see that I like. Any more? Do we think? Any more? On the pack. Skirt, apparently. You know, warfare tech. Probably best if I don't use that. Yeah, it's interesting that there's like a slight level between this is stolen and this isn't. Being like, well, it's contraband, so technically it's stolen. Or it's illegal to own. You shouldn't have it. But if you're feeling a bit frisky, maybe you can... So is that it? Is it just the 2 Terrormorphs in the area? I mean, you know, 1 Terrormorph is bad enough, so... What? Ooh... Hang on, let me have a look at that. So it looks good. But it's not as powerful, so... yeah, worth keeping and selling, perhaps. Oh, well, guys. Honestly, considering how this planet is described, this is not as anywhere near as bad as I was expecting. I mean, it's basically 2 rooms. Because I don't think it goes on anywhere beyond this. Then we just get the intro, and then we get this place, and that's it. That's all we get to see. I mean, there probably is more to it than this, but... for the purposes of the quest. How bad can it get? You mind? Out the way. All this and just 2 Terrormorphs. I'm almost disappointed. Ooh, what happened? Something went fly. Oh, apparently I'm out of... Oh, am I over capacity? No. Oh, is this the frostbite doing that? It could be the frostbite doing that. Rare heavy, huh?
All Asile's samples collected.
Alright, now hand those over to Kaiser, and let's get out of here.
Oh, I've got a bad feeling about this.
Samples secure.
Nice work. Now, earlier scan picked up a valid Terrormorph sample, but, well, it's in the spaceport. And the quick route there looks like it got blasted when the port did.
There are steam tunnels under the city, which will allow us to access the spaceport.
What do you... That's right. Kaiser, how did you know that?
I am not sure.
Percival, you see any better option?
Not from where I'm standing.
We've got our answer.
Access unlocked. We may proceed.
Okay. I do not like that he knew something and he didn't know how he knew it. Robots should always know how they know something. Yeah, you cannot run, apparently. Yeah, what I really need to do is find something to cure it. Thing is, I don't think there's much point in me curing it until... I was gonna say, until I get into a safe place. Okay, are any of these ones capable of curing... No, nothing can cure that. I've just gotta wait for it to go away by itself. That's fine. We're in a non-cold area now. Hopefully, it will cure itself.
Kaiser, this flora, this is Lazarus plant, isn't it?
Confirmed.
No one even realized it was a living thing until someone got it under a microscope and saw it had cells. Can't be cultivated anywhere but Londinian. Real marvel.
did get a level up, actually, thinking about it. What are we going to spend my new perk point on? That is a really good question, actually. Because we did get... Yeah, I've actually been performing successful sneak attacks now that I have a gun that is silenced. Who knew the secret to stealth was having a suppressed weapon? Who knew that? I don't know. Yeah, that one I still need to work on. More health. I mean, I wouldn't say no to more health. %, less full damage. Hang on. Increased. Oh, increased jump height. That one seems useful, actually, but then you've got boost packs. Do you really need that? It's like, ooh, increase jump height. That's what you. Hang on a sec. Like, actually, I question how useful that is. Persuasion we're still working on. Looting containers we're still working on. Could make pistols better. Almost tempted to take a rank of shotguns because shotguns. I've discovered I really like shotguns. So that's an option. Yeah, medicine doing more as well is something I've been thinking about for a while. Interesting. Thing is, in a way, I almost feel like I should start taking things in this track because I actually want some of the later ones. Like, you know, being able to do better research and stuff. Although, is the weapon mods... Where's weapon mods? Where is, like... Ah, there's the weapon mods. So yeah, you see, this is the point. If I want to start making mods and doing all that, like, crafting stuff, I've got to start putting points into science at some point. So that's something I am definitely going to have to think of. And as I say, I'm tempted to take a medicine one. Yeah, you know what? I think I will, because I do take a lot of damage, and I do use a lot of med packs. So being able to use less med packs in general would be a good thing, especially in a pinch. And as I said, I do want to start putting in points into the science track. So I've been meaning to take that one for a while. So, you know, that's all good.
Leeches. What's keeping you things warm? You'd make a decent field biologist, Captain.
Can you guys not, please?
Lazarus in bloom. You know, we might be some of the only... What's happening? Captain, have you seen this?
Oh.
Oh my god. The heat leeches are Terrormorphs. You just saw that, right? You would tell me if I was losing my mind. That heat leech became a Terrormorph. The pests that have snuck onto every planet are baby Terrormorphs. Heat leeches hide out in ships, sneak away after landing, and then, with time, they transform. We just found out how Terrormorphs move between planets.
I mean, that is quite a metamorphosis that it just went through. Like, to grow that much mass that fast, I would almost say scientifically impossible. Holy shit. That can't be how Terrormorphs are born, right?
No, Lazarus plants can't grow anywhere but here, let alone blossom. People have tried. Plus, if what we just witnessed was happening anywhere else, well, it wouldn't just be Londinian lost to these things. What we just saw, it must be some kind of alternate growth method. One that winnows 70 years of maturation into seconds. It's incredible.
Right, so the heat leeches sneak away on all the ships, and then over time they slowly become Terrormorphs. Okay, that makes sense. I can understand that. That doesn't explain what happened at the first planet we went to. Like, did they have some of these plants? I'd have to go back there and look, you know. Maybe the plants were there.
That I don't have an answer for right now. But if they share a genome, like most nymphs and adults do, the microbe should have no problem dealing with heat leeches and Terrormorphs. The Aciles we'll have to look into. But given what we know about the creatures, I mean, I wouldn't be shocked to find that they've got an appetite for both.
This is, nothing natural should be... Yeah, nothing natural should be able to do that.
I am sincerely inclined to agree, but current evidence suggests nature manages it just fine.
Life finds a way, huh?
The Lazarus plant. It's clearly an accelerant for the Terrormorph, a heat leech transformation process. Make one into the other in an instant. But that means if anyone knew about this, they could trigger a Terrormorph spawning. You could sneak a leech into a city, or even multiple leeches, into a place like New Atlantis. Good God. The attack on New Atlantis, could someone have set that up?
I mean, I've said from the beginning I thought there might be an intelligence behind this. It's certainly plausible.
But first, you'd have to know the truth about all this.
Well, we're never gonna know if you don't catch that thing. Get after it.
We may proceed.
Go!
I'm not in a rush, thanks. Okay, have we... And we did pick up a few things. You'd think on an ice-based planet they'd have stuff for this. Apparently not. Whoa, hang on. We're going back outside? That's not good.
Atlantis and Tau Ceti attacks, right?
Uploaded them myself.
Captain, let Kaiser take a look at that sample.
Beginning analysis. It is a match. This suggests with high certainty that the Lazarus plant was used to trigger the attacks on both planets.
There's no way a plant this rare, this fragile, just shows up here, New Atlantis, and Tau Ceti. The transformations on those worlds, they must have been triggered by human hands. Captain, do you understand what it is we just stumbled on here?
I think this means Lazarus Plant was used to trigger attack into Atlantis. Someone thought they could get away with attacking the UC.
Exactly. Someone saw the Lazarus Plant and realized the ends it could be put to. Makes some sense, actually. Tau Ceti was likely their first test. Someplace remote where no one would question a few settlers going missing. Ensure the big show, the attack on New Atlantis, would be a success. And the timing of that one, it couldn't have been just luck that it happened right when we were asking the cabinet to do something about the Terrormorphs. These attacks, I think someone planned them to set all this in motion.
Yeah, did you say the plant can't just grow anywhere?
It can't. At least, I didn't think it could. But maybe if we're right about this, someone found a way.
I thought the timing of those Terrormorphs showing up was suspicious. Yeah, I mentioned that at the time. I thought, oh, isn't that convenient? Oh, it's probably just a narrative thing to make sure the plot moves forward. No, it wasn't just narrative. Well, I mean, it wasn't narrative. You know what I mean? It wasn't just a plot contrivance. Like, it was deliberately supposed to be somewhat suspicious.
They certainly were. But having this answer, well, it raises a couple big questions. Who could pull something like this off? And why?
Yeah, see... Anti-colonies, someone inside the UC must have plans for the Lazarus plant. Maybe. Freestar Collective make the most sense. They'd be happy to see the UC suffer.
Can't believe it.
Commander Hatun. Yeah, I got some ideas, but far responsible from just starting hurling accusations.
That's a good point. An accusation this consequential needs evidence to back it up, not just conjecture.
Let's save the discussion for when you all aren't standing in the universe's closest equivalent to hell frozen over. If we're gonna do anything to prevent more Terrormorph attacks, human cause or otherwise, we need that final sample.
Roger that. Kaiser? Get us into the spaceport?
The entrance is this way.
Well, okay then. Alright, is there anything here? Nope. So we're going out there, are we? Why do I get the feeling there's going to be an awful lot of Terrormorphs?
I am unable to provide sufficient power to the lock mechanism.
Oh.
Anyone got ideas where we could get some extra juice?
Local power looks like it was controlled in the security office. Upper floor.
Captain and I can scout it out. Kaiser, see if you can't find another way to get it open.
Roger that. I have restored power to the office entrance. You may proceed.
I had a feeling we'd be coming in here sooner or later. Pack.
There's the control panel. Still looks operable. Of all the things to survive.
Be grateful for it. Otherwise, this would be much, much trickier. So don't complain. Oh, 4 advanced locks, and I don't know if there's anything decent in any of them. That was the wrong button to press. Always pressing the wrong button. I did not mean to do that. Oh, well, never mind. So it treats hypothermia, it doesn't treat... Doesn't treat anything else, sadly. Whoa. Yeah, I didn't actually mean to take this, it just sort of accidentally took it because I pressed the wrong button.
Reactivated. Error. Control system reboot required.
And we do that. Ah.
Reboot engaged. Running diagnostic. Diagnostic complete. Multiple systems unavailable. Warning. Priority safety concern detected. Exterior hatch power restored.
Back in business.
Warning. Emergency recorder message detected. Transcription process engaged. Playback initiated.
Uh-oh.
Admiral Senna, we need to make the evacuation request.
That's my father he's addressing. He was here? Didn't think he'd have the guts to look those soldiers in the eye before blowing this place to pieces.
Admiral! He just transformed. An invisible weapon. No planet would be safe. Colonel, the troops that closed off the sewers after my evaluation, they're all in this facility.
Other than our casualties? Yes, sir.
Good. Get them into defensive positions around the spaceport. No one leaves. I'll send ships as soon as possible.
Thank God. None of us wanted to go down swarmed by those things.
That won't be your fate, Colonel. You have my word.
Transcription complete. Physical copy available.
An invisible weapon. He knew. He knew about the Lazarus plant. Grab that recording. We should talk.
Oh, crap. I knew it, I knew it, I knew that prick was gonna be responsible for all of this. I fucking knew it. It was too obvious.
Hey, Victus. He destroyed this place. Killed these people to keep what he knew about the Lazarus plant and the Terrormorphs and all this a secret. Didn't he?
That's certainly how I interpret it.
He saw the potential of the plant
hid it away. He killed those people. Condemned this city to keep them from sharing what they might have seen. He was
cold-blooded murderer?
Yes. Exactly what we all thought he was. But I guess that's just another part of his sick legacy now. He thought he was protecting us all, taking the secret to his grave. Only he didn't succeed. Now someone else knows about the Lazarus plant and is using it exactly how he feared.
Oh, okay. I know that I promised I wasn't going to tell her, but after all of this, I think now she deserves to know. Because turns out he's not dead. And if this is all like an elaborate revenge plot by Victus to, you know, get revenge against the UC for imprisoning him, and probably also to orchestrate an escape plan, which it probably is. I may regret doing this, but I have got to fucking tell her at this point. Now it is actually, because he has knowledge, it is important that people know he's alive now. Like, before it was just, oh, keep a state secret a secret. No, this is worse. This is actually like, people need to fucking know about this. Because it's a danger now. It's not like, oh, he did bad things in the past. He's doing bad things now. Now, there could be a twist on this twist, that he told someone and they're responsible.
Victus. He saw it too.
I'm gonna tell her. I really, really, really hope this doesn't blow up in my face.
Now's not the time to joke like that, alright? No. That's insane. He died. They executed him. They faked his death? My entire unit, they threw us all to the wolves, but kept him? And now he's what? An advisor? Commanding the fleet in secret? What was so important that they had to keep him alive?
He's secretly the president. They used him to track down criminals from the Colony War.
Well, they certainly picked an expert, didn't they? I guess it makes sense, though, doesn't it? The UC of that era only created me because they were afraid of a world without Victus in command. Why would they get rid of him? As long as I live, I'll never understand the loyalty that old bastard elicited. But wait, if my father's alive and knew about the Lazarus plant, what do you think the chances are he was involved in the attacks?
It's the only lead we've got.
And even if he wasn't directly involved, I guarantee he knows something. But I guess we're not getting any more answers right now. Come on, let's go get that last sample.
Yeah, of all the times for it to get mentioned, I think now is the important one, because, boy howdy. I know it's probably not the best time to have told her, but narratively, it's like, yeah, he's got nothing to hide behind now. Even if he's not responsible and he just told the person who is responsible, he's got a hand in this somehow. So, yeah. Anyway, time for break. Back in a minute. And we are back. Alright, so we've probably got...
Kaiser, try it now.
some Terrormorphs to deal with now.
Guys, your sample, it moved. I'd be real careful out there if I were you.
That doesn't sound good.
Oh, great.
Eyes peeled.
I sadly can't run at all. I can barely jump. I'm genuinely surprised that they put you on a super cold planet, but don't give you anything at all to deal with frostbite. It's like, surely they must have known. Hey. Prognosis improved? If I just like wait here long enough, will the frostbite just like go away by itself? I don't know. It's like, this is the thing, it's like I don't know exactly how this stuff works. Prognosis good. So maybe it does go away by itself. Like, is it a case of like the environment you're standing in dictates whether it's good or bad? No, see, it still says good. Or maybe they're just temporary. Maybe they do go away after a while. Because that was kind of a thing in Fallout 4 survival mode. All the diseases and stuff you could get in that, they did eventually wear off. This is a very large area, and that makes me nervous about a potentially very large boss fight. Heal paste. Oh, thank God for that. Okay. Yes, use it. And I'm probably going to get it again in about 5 minutes when my hypothermia gets worse, but... Oh, hi. Alright, I think I can say I definitely like shotguns. And I got frostbite again. Because of course I bloody did. Took down a Terrormorph. Nice.
Good. Now just stash that sample with Kaiser and we're done.
Final sample secure.
All wrapped up. Time to get the hell out of here. Percival, you should unplug and find somewhere we can talk. Privately.
On it. See you soon.
Alright, we backtracking? What's up here? guys. Is this a shortcut? Is this the Skyrim route? Follow the Terrormorph rolls, I guess? Alright.
Look at all of you. Back from the underworld. Got pretty frantic on the comms towards the end there. But it sounded like this was a success. Got everything we need to put this plan in motion.
Plan is going to... Is the plan still going to work? Yeah, now that we apparently need to get rid of 2 creatures.
Can't be positive until we run some tests. But knowing that the Terrormorphs have been masquerading as heat leeches all this time is a big find. Arguably makes things more feasible, now that we know what we're dealing with, not less.
Agreed. Plus, I don't think you're gonna have to push real hard to get folks on board with cleaning up one of the galaxy's greatest pests if this is what they're capable of.
But none of that's getting done without the samples. You do have them, right?
Yeah, Kaiser's got all the samples. He nearly cuts a couple of fingers and toes.
Hey, was worried about that myself. Though I know I wasn't nearly as much at risk of limb loss as you all were. Now, my connection might have gotten a bit fuzzy there, but do I have it right that Vay Victus knew about this damn plant?
That's what it sounded like.
Guess the old Admiral must have told someone what he learned. Even he's not clever enough to pull off an attack like that from the great beyond.
It's a bit more complicated than that.
Yeah, he's alive. Look, I can't say anything more, I promised.
Captain, he needs to know. Vay Victus is alive. Which means he could have been involved in the attacks.
Alive? He's... Vay Victus? That can't be true. Right?
Unfortunately for us all, yes, it's true.
So that means we have a suspect.
I believe that's exactly what that means. Look, Captain, Percival and I, we need to get these samples back to the lab. Ensure we'll be able to handle cleaning up the leeches as well as the Terrormorphs. But Vay Victus is the only solid lead we've got on the attacks. Since you're the only one who knows where he is, can you speak to him? See if you can get him to cough up anything he might know.
You ready? Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. It might actually not end up being him. The dude is currently stuck in prison. It could be like he'll point the finger at someone else. We'll go and suspect him, and it turns out, oh no, it was Vay Victus all along. Or it could be that Vay Victus just told someone, and they're the one using this information. Or it could be that there was actually someone else who also just happened to know and is the one responsible for this. Yeah, I don't know.
Plenty of people out there with grudges against the UC, but he's the only one we know had any knowledge of the Lazarus plant. So right now, it's the only option we've got. Will you do it?
I mean, it is worth pointing out he did not tell us about the Lazarus plant. He knew about the heat leeches, and he knew about the Lazarus plant. To the best of my knowledge, he has not told anyone about this. Like, you'd think if he had told the UC leaders this, like, that would have been information that, even if the UC hadn't told their quote-unquote allies, like the Freestar Collective and the like, the information would have got out, because the UC would have tried to do something about it, and unless the UC's thought was like, well, we can control Terrormorphs, you know, or not control them, but we can keep them under our, you know, out of our colonies.
Londinian getting to you? Don't.
No, shut up. I'm talking here. You know, we can deal with Terrormorphs. They're not a problem, but they might one day destroy our competitors in the Freestar. Or it's entirely possible he just did not tell anyone about that, and that's what I'm not sure.
Captain, I truly don't. He's already shown he's taken an interest in you. I'll be a lot more useful in the lab right now than I would be grilling Francois. So do you think you could do it? Please?
Okay. Yeah, he and I are gonna have some words.
Good. We'll all meet back at Mast, outside the cabinet chambers. They're gonna want to know everything we've uncovered here. Best of luck, Captain. And thank you for dealing with him.
The samples are preserved.
Good. Glad to hear it.
Excuse me.
Didn't get eaten, huh? Good for you.
Wondering if there's... Ooh, med pack. Let's start. Something I missed.
Look what the cat dragged in.
There isn't a shop around here, is there? Like an actual person I can buy from, I mean. Hey, I'm back.
Sensors picked up quite a ruckus over at the old spaceport. I presume that was your doing.
Yes, it was.
We've got a lot to do before we speak to the cabinet.
Alright. Actually, why am I heading back to the ship? We can go from here. I keep forgetting this is technically in the same star system. Technically. Okay, I'm gonna go to the lodge first. My main reason being drop off some of my loot. Because I got a lot of it. Clear out my inventory of the stuff I don't want to sell. Some of it I might want to keep. And also go mooching through the case to see if yeah, to see if I've got anything. If I haven't, which I should do, but if I haven't, then I'll swing into the doctors and see if they can cure me, which they should be able to do. I've officially decided I very much like shotguns. I may start putting points into upgrading my shotgun stuff. Okay, 8. There we go, all back to normal. Good, good, good. Right, okay, now we can go into storage stuff. So, that's nice, but has almost no ammo, so I'm thinking I'll sell that. Calibrated Equinox, not as good as the one I'm currently using. Suppressed Beowulf, again, not as good as the one I'm currently using. Sell that. The minigun. That I'll keep because it might be fun to mess around with at some point. But no, I'm alright on that for now. So we got a spacesuit that I'll sell. Yeah, I can sell the pack. Yeah. Sell the spare helmet. Ooh, throwables. Okay. I don't really use grenades all that much, so that's not as much of a problem. Alright, very good. Is there a thing? How if I take some panaceas? So in an emergency, I can use them to cure any problems I run into. Oh, also, didn't I get another level up? Doing all of that really did get me some good stuff. So, okay, we got that. Do I want to get shotguns? You know what, I'm very tempted to do that. Tempting but not necessary. I don't think stealth's quite as good as I was hoping it would be, so we might hold off on that. I'm gonna get shotguns because I've decided I very much like shotguns. Shotguns, it turns out, are good in pretty much every Bethesda game. I don't think I played a Bethesda game where the shotguns haven't been good fun. Especially once you start putting a few perks into them in like Fallout New Vegas and the like. I always get so lost around here. Yeah, I know. I keep getting told that. You!
There's nothing. Nothing. Please, take a look.
Nice. See, look, we're already up to 50,000 credits already. 55 if you want to get specific. Excellent.
Greetings, citizen. Welcome to the use.
Well, what a pleasant surprise. When I heard you and Hadrian were headed for Londinian of all places, I presumed you must be onto something big. Did you find what you were looking for?
I don't know. Is there anything you want to tell me about your time in Londinian?
I haven't been to Londinian in many years. Why? Is there some way I could be of assistance? Were you able to recover what you were looking for?
Oh, we did. And quite a lot more.
Good news, then. So, what exactly are you doing here? Plenty still to be done in defeating the Terrormorphs, no?
We found a recording of you discussing the use of Terrormorphs as weapons.
Did you? Well, I don't know what you think you heard on this recording, but I sincerely hope you didn't come to the wrong conclusions. After all, given the Cabinet's current state of anxiety, they might misinterpret such a discovery to mean I could have been involved with the attacks. Perhaps I can convince you to keep this among us.
Really? So you don't know anything about the attacks?
Of course. Do I look like I'm in any position to do what you're describing? So I'd very much appreciate your agreement to not share what you found. We wouldn't want anyone else jumping to conclusions now, would we?
I mean, the thing is, this is the problem. At this point, I legitimately don't know. I will say, it's a small testament to the writing and how vague it is. It could be him from, like, you know, puppeteering people from behind the scenes. Or it could be that someone else also knows. And, you know, it's not him. And it couldn't be him because he's locked up. Like, I legitimately could go either way on this. No plans to tell you. Yeah, just tell me the truth.
You want to hear the words, then? I did it. The Terrormorph attacks on Tau City. New Atlantis. My doing. Years of coordination between my associate and I. Figuring out how to deploy the Lazarus plant's pollen outside of Londinian. Learning to synthesize it. Use it as a weapon. Now, being as clever as you are, I'm sure you have thoughts on why I might do such a thing.
To work on something this long seems personal. Yeah, so yeah, he mentioned an associate. I'm like, who's he been working with? I'm trying to think, like, who's the most likely candidate? Who could it have been? It could be the old doctor we've been working with. That seems like a bit of a stretch. Could be the woman council leader we were talking to, although again, seems like a stretch. Could be that guy who during the cabinet meeting almost refused to talk to us. This is the problem. Like, at this point, I know some characters, but I feel like I don't know them that well.
You have my undivided attention.
Yeah, shut up. Yeah, who you been working with?
All in due time. First, I want to see if you're truly as astute as you appear. So why would someone like me go through all this trouble?
To work on something this long seems personal.
You couldn't be more right. The attacks were a correction. When I discovered the plant, I couldn't risk information that dangerous falling into the wrong hands. So I ordered the bombing of the Londinian spaceport, fixing two problems at once. Halting the spread of the city's Terrormorph outbreak, and sealing away knowledge of the plant's potential.
Everybody should have been handed over, secured it to keep it forever being used. You didn't even trust your own people at the UC?
These were the final days of the colony war, Captain. The Freestar Collective had spies everywhere. I was concerned that if word got out, the Collective could swoop down, start breeding Lazarus plants, and overrun our worlds with waves of Terrormorphs. Just like what was happening on Londinian at that very moment. Sealing off the city to prevent mass death? It was the only option that made sense at the time. It's easy to judge now. In that moment, I wasn't about to add another dangerous variable to an already catastrophic war. But then, as the war ended, my trial, my execution, I made a decision. After all, I'd given everything for the colonies. My life as I knew it included. And what did I get in return? Was there any effort by the UC to protect my legacy? My daughter's legacy? No. We were sacrificed when all we did was serve. So I kept what I'd learned and arranged the attacks to set things right again. My daughter. She becomes a hero. I become a trusted advisor, having found Kaiser, the research team, and cement my new position of influence when I hand them the name of the person responsible for the attack on New Atlantis. The dear departed Dr. Reginald Orlays, the associate who aided me all these years, and whom I always slated to take the fall. What luck he was stopped dead before he could hurt anyone else. His decades on the run brought to an end by another unlikely hero. You.
I forgot about Orlays. Yeah, I did wonder, because those messages... Because I wasn't sure if that was his diary, or if those were, like, outside messages. I said that at the time. Yeah, so I'm just your cleanup crew. Orlays, why does that name sound familiar? Yeah, he's the guy who I tried, like, 3 times to board his ship, and then he just offed himself. Which was really fucking frustrating. I don't know if there would have been a way to do that. I don't think there was, because he was in the cockpit of the ship, and I'm fairly certain the door was inaccessible. I don't think there was a way to capture him alive. Maybe there would have been. Like, if there was a way to capture him alive, maybe that would have changed the story of this. Yeah, why'd you care if you see once you was an advisor?
Why would I want to be in the good graces of the people who control my very life? I don't know, Captain. Maybe I still dream of a life outside these walls someday. A new face would be needed, of course, but it wasn't an impossibility. Though now, I'm not so sure.
Yeah, how did you coordinate all this from here?
It wasn't easy. But the beauty of being loathed is that people will do whatever they can not to deal with you. They wanted to pretend I didn't exist. And so I used their blind eye to my advantage. Still, establishing a back channel to Orlays via the UC recovery teams was painstaking work. I've led campaigns less nerve-wracking. They believed they were luring in wanted criminals, but were in fact delivering precisely encoded slates, filled with instructions invisible to any but their recipient. Dropped off at just the right moments to fall into the proper hands. All without the UC realizing whom you're actually dealing with. Slow work. But as you can see, ultimately effective.
Yeah, I know. So I'm just your cleanup crew.
Captain, please. You've been as much as I have. Maybe more. It's why I had Orlays reprogram Kaiser. Had that old machine guide you to where I found the plant all those years ago. I went to great lengths to ensure your and Hadrian's success. And look at the results. I know for a fact the Cabinet's planning to honor both you and Hadrian once this is all done. Isn't that preferable to languishing away in obscurity? Running jobs on the tail end of nowhere for the Vanguard? With only the vague hopes of perhaps earning the right to buy a home in the well someday.
Yeah, what kind of honors?
Something befitting the dedication to the colonies you two have shown. While, of course, they can't give you a command, responsibility like that has to be earned. The Cabinet does have access to considerable resources. I expect you'll be quite pleased with the result, and none of it would have happened without my intervention.
Right, so the decision at the end of this is going to be take the reward knowing it's tainted, or turn it down to tell the truth. Oh, that's going to be really fucking hard. You'd be honoring me for cleaning up your messes.
You're being honored only because I arranged the situations where it could happen. Be grateful. And let's not forget the importance of our actual endgame. Eliminating the Terrormorphs. Securing knowledge of the Lazarus plant. What we've set in motion is going to protect thousands, maybe millions of lives. I'm simply requesting one more life be protected. Mine. I've already sent along the evidence of Orlays' role in the attacks to the Cabinet, leaving out my own involvement. All I ask is that you confirm as much to the Cabinet. Tell them that it was Orlays and Orlays alone. After all, I do still have a long list of threats to the UC. This needn't be the end of our good works together.
I mean, this is quite the moral choice. I like that it's like a choice of morals here. Like, this is actually something that Bethesda did really well in Fallout 3 versus the writing in New Vegas. Because the writing in New Vegas was good, but the writing in New Vegas, when it came to quest design, was always like, which faction do you want to benefit? Because the factions were such a huge integral part of Fallout New Vegas, it was always about the factions. Everything you did was like, who benefits, who doesn't benefit. Whereas in Fallout 3, because there weren't factions, quests could be taken on a more moralistic standpoint. Like, is this good? Is this bad? How do you value things? One of my favorites from Fallout 3 being being the 10 penny tower side quest, because it's like, if you go what seems to be the good route, which is getting the ghouls into 10 penny tower, which is, equality for everybody and everything going really, really well, and you even get a really nice, wonderful thing being the ghoul mask, which is a fantastically useful item in Fallout 3, especially with the feral ghoul reavers that you start encountering in the late game. Because of that, you think it's the right one until you go back to Tenpenny Tower afterwards and find that the ghouls have essentially betrayed you and just killed all of the non-ghouls in the place that have taken over. You couldn't have known they were going to do that, you could argue, although, the leader of the ghouls did say on multiple occasions he was more than willing to do so. It's one of the reasons why I think Fallout 3's questline from a moral standpoint is more interesting. Yeah, what kind of work are we talking about?
Hunting down criminals and other threats to the United Colonies. I expect they'll give me a bit more free range once this is all over. You would help me, like you did with Orlays. Track them down and keep them from doing harm to the United Colonies. Impossible, though, if the Cabinet learns I'm the one responsible for the attacks.
Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm going to tell him.
Well, I do hope you'll keep the larger perspective in mind, Captain. We've done something great here. Let's not squander the opportunity to do more.
Wow. Yeah, this is like quite a quandary, because it is like, the fuck? Oh, what am I actually going to do? Because my morals say that I should just tell everybody and it doesn't really matter what happens to me. But at the same time, I'm like, well, it's not just me I'm throwing in hot water here, is it? I like that it's actually a choice I'm like thinking about. I'm not just like, oh yeah, this is the obvious solution here. It's actually a difficult decision, which is interesting. Alright, okay, so I mean, obviously we don't know what kind of reward we're going to get, but presumably we're going to get some kind of a reward. I mean, we might get it anyway for like telling the truth. Because I don't like the guy. The smarmy, smug, fucking prick. Like, I just want to turn the fucker in. But then it's not just me I'm throwing under the bus.
Perfect timing. We just got in. So on our end, good news. The microbe and the Asylees are both as effective against heat leeches as they are against Terrormorphs.
Means either plan should work for clearing those critters off our worlds.
Considering what the Lazarus plant is capable of, I don't think we can deal with those things fast enough. I already sent along info to the cabinet to get them up to speed. So what about your end? Did you find anything? Did my father tell you what he knew about the Lazarus plant?
Yeah, he confessed. He organized the attacks from his cell.
I knew it. The second I heard that recording, I knew. Why? Did he say why he did it?
You're not gonna like it.
It takes some deeply twisted logic to think anything did more harm to the Sanan name than him. Well, once we inform the cabinet, they can ensure he won't be able to do anything like this ever again.
Well, yeah, what do you think the cabinet will do to him?
My hope would be that whatever connections he's got to the outside world disappear. Make sure his future schemes and machinations stay in his cell with him. But honestly, I'm not sure. He's in a unique position, and has done a special kind of harm to the colonies.
Prick deserves punishment.
Exactly. Bring justice to everyone he's hurt. So I guess that gives us our final answer. Nothing left to do but head in and see what the cabinet thinks of it all. Unless there was more to discuss. This might be our last opportunity to talk things through before the cabinet weighs in on a decision regarding the Terrormorphs.
Which method of dealing with the Terrormorphs are you two leaning towards?
Microbe is gonna make the cleanup a whole lot quicker. If we're concerned about this Lazarus plant getting deployed again, that's the way to go.
The cabinet can secure the Lazarus plant, and then we're not risking any surprises when it comes to dealing with a microbe.
You're being paranoid. You know the science. You know we can make this safe.
I do know the science. I also know math. And a 1 in a million chance of a mutation isn't 0. So I guess we're still in discussion. Probably best at this point to let the cabinet weigh in. See if they have a preference.
Fair. I mean, I was in favor of the, what was it, Elise? Or whatever the hell they were called. Yeah, because I don't trust bacteria. I mean, It's not like we very recently had a global pandemic, which might be, you know, tainting my view towards that.
They are.
Microbe needed minimal adjustment to account for heat leech anatomy.
And the Asylees seem like they're even better at tracking leeches than morphs.
Hell of a sight to watch, though, when they catch them. Like an open airlock guzzling angry spaghetti.
Ew. I did not need that visual, thank you.
Asylees aren't hostile to humans, but they are megafauna. If someone decides to pick a fight with one, it could get ugly. But they've already been spread far and wide once before when the UC was raising them as livestock, so the risk of introducing them to new worlds is minimal. Using them to clean up the Terrormorphs and leeches, though, it's not going to be nearly as expedient as the microbe would be. Given what we know now about the Lazarus plant, the speed of the job does matter. But going with the Asylees, we're at least dealing with known risks.
Yeah, it's like speed and unpredictability versus slow but predictable. And it's like, it's an either or, really.
It's hard to know. Unlike my father, the cabinet aren't butchers. But killing UC citizens, along with everything else he's done, is unforgivable. But if you're really that concerned, you could request they be lenient. They might be willing to spare him.
Interesting. Alright, let's go.
Then here we go.
Let's get this over with. Ooh. Huh. Ooh. Hey, wait for me. Ahoy!
Welcome back, all of you. I wish we were meeting under better circumstances. But according to Hadrian's report, and the second one I just received, it seems the Terrormorph attack on New Atlantis was no random occurrence, but a planned strike. Is what I'm reading here true?
Yes. Yes, it is. But we know who did it as well. Boy, howdy. That second report from who I think it's from.
This report comes from a particularly confidential source both you and I are familiar with, yes. Among the reasons its findings are so alarming. Now, is it true? Was the attack on New Atlantis planned?
Yes.
The second report claims to know the perpetrator as well. Did Reginald Orlays actually commit these attacks, Captain?
Orlays?
Yeah, Hadrian, I think you should tell them.
Well, ma'am, it seems your report is incorrect. Francois Sanon was responsible for the attacks.
He did what? That's impossible. He doesn't have the kind of access to...
Clearly, he made his own access, Chief Sarkin. Madam President, I have been saying for years that not dealing with that man was going to end in tragedy.
Enough! I hope everyone here understands that what has just been shared is a state secret of the highest order. This information does not leave this room. Now, that's quite the accusation your group is leveling. Seeing as Francois Sanon has not left containment for the better part of 2 decades. You have evidence to back this up?
It just transformed. A Terrormorph out of thin air. An invisible weapon. No planet would be safe.
Heavens help us. Is that actually him?
I'd know that voice anywhere. That's Francois.
He knew they could do this. And said nothing.
He's a sociopath. Plain and simple, ma'am.
Officer, please collect that recording.
Yes, ma'am.
begging your pardon, Captain.
We'll, of course, be launching a full investigation into how this could have happened. Though I have little doubt the Admiral will be quick to share all he knows on the subject once confronted with that recording. Chief Yassine, can you send one of your interrogators to have a little chat with the Admiral?
I'll issue the order immediately.
Good. Combined with everything else you all have uncovered. Well, I don't think the United Colonies can thank you enough. We failed the people of the colonies by not dealing with Vivictus sooner. I intend to rectify that mistake immediately.
What's going to happen to him?
That will be up to the cabinet to decide. But I don't appreciate our mercy being taken advantage of.
You sure he has no more contacts outside? He used UC functionalities to get his message out.
That's truly disconcerting to hear. But cutting off Vivictus' contact with the outside world is likely to be just the beginning of his punishment.
Well, there's a better place without Vivictus. Whatever the cabinet thinks is the right course of action. Probably true. Well, I mean, technically he did, but he was doing it for purely selfish reasons, so I'm not really going to hold that for him.
I'm inclined to agree, Captain. Now, with our villain unmasked, we can attend to the other matters at hand. With the threads you've brought together here, the Lazarus plant, the attacks, the heat leeches. The three of you have likely spared thousands of lives. But it now falls to the cabinet to ensure this can never happen again. As such, the cabinet will be securing the Lazarus plant on Londinian. All materials related to the plant will be classified to ensure no one else learns its true nature.
A sound decision, Madam President.
Yeah, what sort of measures will be taken to protect the Lazarus plant?
Well, luckily the natural hostility of Londinian makes keeping out trespassers relatively easy. But we'll ensure its growth is contained, that access to the plant is only permitted via highly regulated clearances, and that our troop presence on Londinian is increased.
Yeah, securing the plant might not be enough. It should be wiped out. I mean, yeah.
We're already discussing the elimination of one species, Captain. Explain to me why you wish to eliminate another.
How for anyone can do attacks with a plant if we erase any trace of it?
And once Vivictus has been dealt with, this problem can end here.
And allow us to focus on the grander task to come. Very well. We'll clean up the plant. Thank you for the suggestion, Captain. So then, to our final topic. The cabinet has agreed to implement a plan that will deal with the Terrormorph, and now also Heat Leech presence on human worlds. In fact, we've already begun enacting measures to check all UC ports and settlements for undiscovered nests. But we all understand this is only a partial solution. The project we're embarking on will be a long and difficult one. So our first step must be deciding how exactly this all will be handled.
Madam President, this microbe is clearly too much of a risk. The Aseles are the safer approach.
To someone with limited knowledge of biology, perhaps? The technology behind the microbe is solved science, Madam President. It isn't dangerous. Using it to wipe out the Terrormorphs would be the quickest path to protecting humanity.
And fast results always lead to the best outcomes, don't they?
As you can see, there remains debate among the cabinet. We were hoping your group might issue a recommendation.
Honestly,
Major,
we're about as split as
We've
you
been
are.
having similar debates ourselves, but the captain has yet to weigh in.
I see. Captain, I know this may not be your area of expertise, but we'd like to know your take on the matter.
Yeah, deploying the Achilles. Let's do that.
I'm in full agreement. No need be delving into unpredictable sciences.
And Major Sinan? Dr. Walker, you'd find this acceptable?
We trust the captain's judgment.
Then the matter is settled. We'll begin the process immediately. Today marks day 1 for the United Colonies Terrormorph Management Division, making you 3 the founding members of the TMD. As befits such a group, the Cabinet wanted to display its gratitude. Today, we will be adding 3 new Class 1 citizens to our ranks.
Class 1? For the 3 of us? Are you joking?
What he means to say is, thank you, ma'am.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, what's a Class 1 citizen?
It's a status reserved only for those who've dedicated their lives to the United Colonies, or done great things for its cause. Class 1s enjoy an ample credit disbursement, an additional reduction on the cost of colonial goods. And I'm told the penthouse is rather impressive.
Ooh, thank you.
You all have earned it. Now, there's much to be done. Major Sinan, Dr. Walker, I hope you 2 are willing to continue your efforts, spearheading the TMD's research on Mars.
We'd be honored, ma'am.
As for you, Captain, the Vanguard will be providing much of the on-the-ground support for the TMD. As a member of both the Vanguard and the TMD, I believe you'll have your pick of duties. Speak to your commander, Tuala, if I recall correctly. He should be able to provide you with assignments going forward, plus help you collect the benefits that come with being named Class 1. On behalf of the whole of the United Colonies, you have our sincerest gratitude. This meeting is adjourned.
Sweet. Well, hey. Anything to say?
Captain, I guess we've got our assignments. I just wanted to say, I could have never guessed where all this was going to lead. But now, knowing what I do, that my father truly is the monster I always thought he was. Well, I've just spent a lot of my life in pursuit of the truth. So, you bringing it straight to me, it just means a lot.
Mm-hmm. Had to say her secret that juicy with someone. Yeah, we're friends. Friends look out for each other.
Best ones certainly do. You know, I was thinking, while we were there on the podium, if I wanted to try and see him again. After all, it could be my last chance. But I knew the answer before I even finished the thought. I didn't. Because confronting him, what would I gain from that? From letting him remind me I can never truly be rid of him? Nothing. Now, all I'd be doing is acknowledging that he still has some sway over my life. And while I can't do anything about his role in my past, I'm not about to let him control my future. And thanks to what we've done together, that future is brighter than it has been in a long time. Words can't do justice to how grateful I am for that.
Happy to be able to help.
Well, I think it's safe to say you succeeded beyond anyone's wildest dreams. It's been an honor, Captain. Good luck out there.
Yeah, you too. Yeah, that's nice. That's very nice, very nice, very nice. Alright, so that is the UC quest line finished. I will say, like, obviously I've only done one quest line so far, so remains to be seen what the others are like. That's the wrong one. I wanted to go to the lobby. Yeah, like, considering we don't yet know what the other ones are like, I want to go speak to him in a
status.
second. I liked this. I thought the writing was pretty good. As I said, it did present you with, like, possible moral choices and stuff like that. I liked some of the quest design. Some of them were nice, simple, straightforward. Some of them were a bit more open, gave you decent options and things like that. So, yeah, like, initial impressions of that, actually pretty good. I liked it. Okay, so we'll talk to Tuala, get my my special stuff. Maybe even look for where my penthouse is. That would be a nice to have kind of thing. Probably won't use it. I've got like 3 locations that I can set up as my house now. So, yeah, it's what it is. But we will do that when we get back from the break, because it's already 5:10 and I need to go to the bathroom. So, back in a minute, guys. And we are back.
Congratulations on making class 1.
Yay, I'm class 1 now. I don't really know what that means, but okay. Yeah, so I think it was in activities. Check out your ship's inventory. Why do I have that highlighted? I don't know. But you say something.
Well, I've got to say, this is a first. I've never had a class 1 citizen in my ranks before. Congratulations, Captain.
Yeah. Yeah, what do you say a class 1 is?
It's a high honor. Have to do something big for the colonies to earn that sort of designation. Only ever met a couple myself, and certainly never given one orders. You should be real proud.
It's an honor.
No need to thank me. You brought this all on yourself. I've already gone ahead and processed your Class 1 benefits. All UC goods and services should now have a thanks for protecting the colonies discount.
Yay.
And the credits should be in your accounts now. But to get into your penthouse, you'll have to pay a visit to the Aphelion Realty office. They should be able to grant you access.
Okay. Whoa! 12,000! Yeah, where is that?
Just out the front door and across the plaza, by the embassies. Look for the Aphelion sign.
Incredibly generous.
Higher-ups wanted to make sure you know how much they appreciate what you've done. But with all that squared, it's time to get you a new assignment. There are your standard Vanguard missions, putting those pilot skills to use defending UC space. Or you could help the TMD in cleaning up Terrormorphs. Oh, and I got a request from Dr. Walker. Wanted your help collecting biological samples to keep an eye out for any, new alien threats on the horizon. Any of those missions call to you?
Interesting. Give me a Vanguard mission, I guess?
Suppose that's true. Well, we could remedy that right now. Just getting those coordinates to you now.
Interesting.
Report says ships at these coordinates fired on United Colonies craft. You're cleared to use lethal force if necessary. Sounds like spacers tried scrapping some ships, with their pilots still in them. Don't show them the error of their ways.
Alright, will do. Okay, so we had that, so yeah, that's fine. That's neat. I like that. I wondered what this place was here for. Well, hello.
I'm always ready to make a deal. Well, if it isn't the United Colony's newest Class 1 citizen, you've made quite a name for yourself in New Atlantis. In fact, the higher-ups want to thank you for your dedicated service by giving you one of the nicest pieces of real estate in the city. It's a premium penthouse at the top of Mercury Tower. Best location in New Atlantis, in my professional opinion.
Sweet.
What do you say? It'll just take a second to get you registered as the owner.
Oh, I am interested.
Great! You're in for a real treat. It's one of my favorite apartments in the city. Okay, you're all set. Your new home's located in Mercury Tower in the residential district. You'll love the place. It has a gorgeous floor plan and an unbeatable view of the city. Now that you're an owner, I'm sure I'll be seeing you around town.
Well, yeah, potentially. Alright, where are we going? Hang on. Oh no, that is it. Why is it sending me there? The what was it? It was... No, it didn't say what. I figured it would be... over in the residential area. Yep, it's moved. I like that it's an actual actively moving one, because in some of the older Bethesda games, the marker only moved when you went through a transition screen. So if you took a route the game didn't expect, it could be pointing you in the wrong direction. Mercury Towers. Is supposed to be a receptionist? Guess not. Must be their day off. Alright, so what's my place look like? My new pad. Ooh. It's a penthouse. It's a fucking barren penthouse, because of course it is. What we got? We got... storage closet, I suppose? Holy balls. Alright, so we've got the main sort of living room area here. We got kitchen, of course. We got pantry, I guess. We got bathroom with beehive mirrors for some reason. We got another balcony. Wow. Yeah, I will say, it's really cool. And look, you can even see my ship from up here. That's fantastic. Although it is extraordinarily dark. I will say the dark in this game is very dark. That is very, very random. But yeah, you can see my ships. That's cool. A bunch of structures over there. I don't know what they are. Okay, so this would... yeah, this is bedroom. This is clearly bedroom with an ensuite. Yes. Yes. Fucking yes. And over here we've got... oh, storage... a built-in fucking washer dryer. Holy crap. And, ooh, that's lovely. And a spare room, presumably, for guests. So yeah, this is just basic storage. That's like airing cupboard kind of place. You know what? This place is better than the fucking dream home I purchased. I spent 125,000 credits on that. This is a better place. It's got a much better layout. Like, I can look at something and I think to myself, yes, this is much nicer. And it's not next to a fucking fracking site. I suppose it might be noisy to have the spaceport so close. But I don't think that's too much of an issue. Lovely. See, it's got a fucking ensuite. And yeah, this is so much better than the place I had to fork over 125,000 credits for. Can I actually, like, Oh, and I can just build whatever. Cool. Good to know. Yeah, bitchin'. Lovely. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. This is a much nicer place. I'm sorry, it just is. It's got a nicer layout. And it's more conveniently located as well. Like it's actually in New Atlantis, which is kind of a central hub location. It in and of itself is not located too conveniently, but it's not far away from where my parents live, which is also nice and convenient. So yeah, that's fair. Did I pick up any? No, I didn't. I didn't, did I? Oh, that's right. I did forget to sell those. I sold the weapons. I forgot to sell the equipment, the actual space equipment. Okay, so we are done with the UC quest line. So the question is, what are we going to do next?
There's no one side. There's something to be said for brand loyalty. Please, take a...
Oh, you only take weapons. Oh, okay. Never mind. Let's go find someone else who will buy spacesuits. I thought you took anything. Who buys suits? Here, your
breath check.
CJ's is a coffee place, if memory serves. And Apollo Towers, that's another residential tower. I know there was a clothing store somewhere. I don't remember where it was. Chunks. Well, please don't. That's where my parents live. There was the clothing store somewhere else.
No one is born free. Every day you take a step in one of those directions.
Okay. That's a little ominous. Alright, we need to find a clothing store. So, as I say, it also raises the question of what quest line am I going to do now? And I'm thinking I might join back up with the main quest for a bit, because I've kind of left that one dangling. And obviously the main quest is going to be the biggest one of the lot. I don't know if I can sell spacesuits to this guy, but I probably can.
Please let me. You won't find a larger array. You'll find that I have most every...
Nope, you only sell apparel. That looks... Okay, that looks remarkably similar to the clothes the, hang on, which one was it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th Doctor liked to wear? Was it the 6th one? Yeah, Colin Baker. Looks a little like his clothes. Not a lot, but a little. That's where I really get fashion, you know.
I will tell you a secret. I'm not sure anyone really does. Some act like they have it all figured out, and I admit I am guilty of that myself from time to time. There are, I suppose, a few actively trying to steer the herd, but most are just content to run at the front of the pack and act like they know where it's going. At the end of the day, you must feel comfortable in what you wear. If it speaks to you, What anyone else thinks doesn't matter.
100%, which is why I walk around naked everywhere.
I'm glad you came in.
That's not actually true. But it is true I wear incredibly loose-fitting clothes, because tight clothes make me uncomfortable. That's the medical station. That's that. So yeah, I'm thinking I might join back up with the main plot once I find a place to sell these clothes. Well, spacesuits. Because the main plot essentially had me doing 3 possible things. I know one was find out what the hell happened to Barrett after we left him back on that planet. One was, I think I had to go to like a space station called, was it the Eye, orbiting this place? And I've completely forgotten what the first one was. Was Outland the spacesuit store? I mean, with a name like Outland, it does make sense.
Euro? I would never dream of selling substandard gear. Yes, by all means, have a look.
All right.
See you around.
Won't be long at all before we get even more cash. Be right back to where I was before I bought a house I'm not going to use. Okay. So, quests. Yeah, so we've got 3 quests to be faffing around with. Yeah. So, as you know, the Eye, Star Station that Constellation owns in orbit above Jemison. Baron, I need to meet Vladimir. August extractors are packing up operations at Terra. Barrett hasn't said a word. Sarah Morgan wants me to join an expedition headed up by Sam. Another Constellation member will be going to Freestar Collective Space. Interesting. Also, where's Percival at? Apparently he is here on Cydonia somewhere. Or is that telling me to go somewhere else? No, he's back in Salt. I had a feeling he would be. Oh yeah, I keep getting told to speak to Sergeant Yumi. Where the hell is she at? I keep being told this. I'm like, I can at least talk to her and get the quest started. Because she's bound to be at the mast area. If she's not, I'd be surprised. No, maybe not. Maybe at the spaceport. At the spaceport, apparently. Excellent. Tell you what, while we're passing.
There's a bit more in the back. I know we're safe now, but I'm still a little jittery. Oh, please, take a look. Thanks for coming in.
Am I even allowed to, like, be in here? Hang on, what happened? I think something went... Hello? Hang on. My stream preview just ballsed up. Everything alright? I'm not getting a red square of death on my stream. I'm going to assume we're okay, and it's just the stream preview that's ballsed up. Hang on, let me just double check this real quick. We going? We good? Yeah, okay, seems okay. Alright, yeah, it's playing up, but I think it's caught up with itself. Must have been a blip on Twitch's side. Sorry, panicked for a second. Am I allowed in here? She just said there's more stuff in the back.
I am not a star.
You got any digipicks? I'm always in the market for more digipicks.
I am busy right now. If you need something, why don't you talk to Emily? She'll take care of you.
Well, you don't have to be a prick about it. The fuck? Ooh. Those like security cameras or something? They must be. I think I've been in here a couple of times. Oh, hey.
After that business with the Terrormorph, it's good to get back to small crimes and petty thieves.
I'll bet.
Oh, Captain. Good to see you again. Under much calmer circumstances. You wouldn't be here about the job, would you? Might not be worth your time, considering your rank.
Job? Tell me about it.
Part-time security officer. The position's very flexible. You can basically work whenever you're available. No pressure. We've had some gaps in the schedule lately. Macy's out on maternity leave. Jose's on loan to Sidonia. When it rains, it pours type of situation. So really, we just need someone to fill the void. Interested?
Well, what does it involve? I mean, give me more information before I agree to it, but okay.
All right, Captain. Just keep in mind, this isn't going to involve your usual level of excitement.
You say
No
that.
mind-altering terrormorphs and explosions in the spaceport. Just simple, good old-fashioned police work.
Ooh, is this going to turn into a murder
First
mystery?
assignment couldn't be easier. Go to Mast and check in with Agent Plato at Aegis. There was a package left at a dead drop, and they need UC security to handle it. He'll fill you in on the details.
Neat. Yeah, has there been much fallout from the Terrormorph attack?
The whole department is in the process of recovering, myself included. If I'm being honest, I still have nightmares of my team turning on one another. Things can be replaced and wounds can be healed, but building back that trust in each other is going to take time. Luckily, we've built a good culture here, and we hired some new recruits who were inspired by what you did. I've got faith we'll survive this.
Yeah, why am I bringing the package here and not Aegis?
Well, just because you're bringing it here doesn't mean that's where it'll end up. As for why, you can ask Aegis. As far as I'm concerned, it's none of my business.
Yeah, who's Aegis?
Aegis? They're basically UC intelligence. They help identify threats to New Atlantis before they become problems. While we're separate departments, there are times we need to rely on each other, so it's important to keep a good working relationship.
Makes sense.
We do Agent Plato this favor, and maybe he'll toss us some intel when an investigation stalled. Tit for tat. You know how it works.
Yeah, as long as everything stays above board.
See you later.
Alright, so that's just delivery boy. I do wonder if this will go somewhere else, but I don't know. Let's follow this trail and see where it leads. I know I said I'd get back on the main plot, but we've already got like 20 minutes left for today. So I think main plot I can leave for next time. Especially seeing as I've got 3 potential options and I'm not sure which one I even want yet. Besides, this could lead to somewhere fun. You never know, right? A new level. I haven't been on this one before. If there's anything worth stealing. Alright, anything not nailed down, it's officially mine. Colonial health. Human resources. Interesting. I mean, I could do with some human-shaped resources. You can probably get a lot in that. Am I allowed in here? It does say authorized personnel only. Although technically I'm like a class 1 citizen and I'm a captain and you know, I'm basically the biggest badass who ever badassed at this point. So I'm sure it's fine. Damn it, why is everything owned? I'm not gonna steal just for a tiny bit of ammo or a weapon or anything like that. Not really worth it. But if you have any digipicks.
Quite the lab, huh? The UC spares no expense.
I'm pleased we'll be working together. You seem like a person who gets results.
You got stuff stuck to your face. I also have no memory of who you two are. Sorry, nothing personal, but I really just don't.
Pardon.
Hello.
They always put those in as items. They never let you turn the bastards on, do they? Hello, I'm supposed to talk to you.
You are, of course, welcome at any time here at Mast. Same as anyone. Just be aware that you are being monitored.
I was asked to, yeah, UC Security told me to pick something up.
They've got you doing grunt work, Captain. Hardly the reward I'd expect for saving the city from a Terrormorph attack.
I was probably supposed to do this earlier, but never mind. Yeah, I volunteered.
Admirable. I bet qualities like that are precisely why you've moved so quickly up the ranks. But I'm sure stopping a Terrormorph invasion didn't hurt your case. In any case, let me fill you in. We have a dead drop that we think has been compromised. So I'd like someone from UC Security to handle the pickup instead. Take the package back to Sergeant Yumi, and he'll check it in as evidence before it gets routed back to Aegis.
Alright, where do I pick it up? Yeah, what do you mean his location's been compromised?
We think non-UC affiliated groups have their eye on it, and are using it to identify field agents. Normally, we just burn the location, but we didn't get this intel until after the drop. So we're going to need non-Aegis personnel to do the pickup to cover our tracks.
Alright, sure.
Take the NAT to the spaceport.
Oh,
There should be a Galbank ATM right next to the station. The package is taped under one of the benches. Grab it and deliver it to Sergeant Yumi and the job's done.
Alright.
Good luck with the mission.
So, we start at the spaceport, and then from the spaceport we come all the way over here, and now we gotta go back to the southern spaceport again. Fantastic. Isn't life a bundle of fun? Yeah, I was probably supposed to do this much earlier during the main quest line. Because I very much got caught up in the main quest line. It was very, very fun. Like, I did enjoy it. It's decent. It's good. Well, why don't you do it already? Stop bugging me with all your problems. Am I about to get confronted by someone? Don't see anybody running towards me, being all like, hey, I need to talk to you, like, immediately. Either that or I'm about to get blown up.
How's it? Still have questions? Go ahead.
Package.
Good work, Captain. Suffice to say, you were overqualified for this job, but given our staffing problems, I'm still glad you showed up. That being said, my luck seems to be turning around. We've gotten a lot of new personnel as of late, not just you. Who knew all I had to do was put up a sign?
Couldn't make a habit of recruiting. Yeah. Glad it worked out.
As am I. And the best part is, since you're all part-timers, there's no paperwork. Anyway, here's your payment. And if I have any more work for you, I'll let you know.
Well, okay then. I guess that was it. Only 100 experience points for that? Barely anything. Guess that was all. I'll talk to Sergeant. I'm guessing this is going to be a sort of repeatable Radiant quest thing. I don't know. Let's have a word with him and see what he says. If it does lead somewhere else, maybe we'll follow that.
If it isn't my favorite part-time security officer. It's a lot of work, as always. People like to say, New Atlantis is the safest city in the settled systems. How hard could your job be? Well, safety doesn't happen by accident. It takes a lot of work and a lot of people.
Do any work?
I've got nothing at the moment, but come back later, and I might have something for you.
Okay, fair enough.
See you later, Captain.
Yeah, so that guy might just be, here's a Radiant quest, go do it. It probably doesn't lead to anything too big. I would guess, question mark. Okay, well, that's perfectly well and good. So, we know we've got the Vanguard one, and we've got Back to the Grind at Raijun Industries. Oh yeah. Where does this go? Ah, Delta Pavonis, huh? Level 25. Probably not a good idea to go there yet. We got Mantis. Oh yeah, secret. Where's this? Ooh, that's apparently a little beyond my reach. And also quite high level, so again, probably not a good idea to go there yet. Light in the darkness. Ooh, could I do? Ah, that one I think I can do. That's local, isn't it?
You talking? If you have a news story for me, I'm very happy to pay your fee. Really? To say you have my undivided attention is an understatement. A lot of people were there. The accounts we've got were chaotic. What was your role in that?
I personally took out the Terrormorphs. I pretty much saved the day. Yeah, together with you. Yeah, let's put yeah, we'll beef up the UC security. Why not?
Sounds like maybe you're being modest. Security isn't exactly trained for that scenario. But all right. The whole city is still on edge over the attack. We were fortunate, damn fortunate, that casualties were so low. What was it like in the thick of things?
Terrifying. Focus on protecting civilians and staying alive. Didn't really have time to think.
Pure instinct, huh? It sounds like New Atlantis, heck, the whole UC, owes you a great debt. Any closing comments? I already have a good story here.
Yeah, the Terrormorph management video has been created to make sure it never happens again.
That's a mouthful. A thankful you guys are around mouthful. Hey, Constellation? From all of us that live here, thanks. We use the word hero a lot in news, but you really are one.
Ooh, nice. That's it, 50 experience and 900 credits. It's almost not worth running over here, was it? It might lead to something. Late bloomer. Oh yeah, we had to go to... Where was that? Cheyenne. That must be like the heart of the settled systems. I'm not exactly sure what these like markers are. I don't know if it's like, oh, this is all the systems you've explored or something. Because I've explored all of that, but it doesn't have a marker next to it, so what have I not done? I've definitely explored all of it. You can see by the thing, right? So it's like, what have I not done here? That's a great question. Like, what is the difference? What's the markers for? Like, what does this little marker here, what does it mean? I don't know. Could mean anything. I also really need to work out how traveling works. But I think that'll have to wait for next time. So, actually, looking at the quests we've got, I think I mean, we still got... Who the hell is Trevor, and why do I need to speak to him? And where is it? That's on Cydonia, is it? Well, I don't want to do that. Outpost bees and check out... Yeah, I keep saying check out your ship's inventory. Like, I'm sure I've done that. To the bartender viewpoint. Yeah, so, yeah, I think, obviously, we're going to get back into it. I'm not sure which one I want to do, but I might go and see how Barrett's getting on. That one seems at least like a fun option, I think. But we're more or less at the end of today's stream. So, as I said, I didn't want to start anything today too big. Because there didn't really seem much point. But hey, we have completed the United Colonies quest line. It was a neat little thing. I like how they set up these Terrormorphs as like, these are really, really, really big bad things, and nobody really knows how to get around. And then it's like, I can't even remember now if it was in this quest line, in the UC quest line, or if it was just in some random dialogue at some point. Somebody talked about how annoying heat leeches are. And somebody just like, they casually threw it out there to say, hey, these things are bad, but don't worry, we deal with them. I can't even remember who it was who said it. But someone definitely did. And so I'm thinking like, it was obviously set up for that payoff, you know? Because like, I've been encountering heat leeches since the start. And I'm really starting to realize that that opening like chapter, that research station you went to on Crete, contained a lot of setup for... Honestly, I'm guessing probably a lot, because we had all the information about Terrormorph breeding attempts failing there. We got encounters with our first few heat leeches there. Obviously, we had the mercenary groups there. It's like, that was a lot of setup for something you did not realize was set up. Mostly probably to do with the UC stuff, I'll admit, because it was a UC facility. But still great fun. Thank you all for watching, everybody. I do hope you have enjoyed this, and I will see you all whenever I next see ya. Take care out there, everybody. Bye-bye.